Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my new updated team selection for Game Week 1. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what is your Game Week 1 team looking like, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, my goalkeeper has once again changed. It was Onana, the new United #1. I think he actually conceded like a chip and a bicycle kick in his actual debut, which was obviously very unlucky for him. Doesn't mean he's a bad keeper or anything like that. I've just gone back to Flecken, 4.5 mil, and also should be the new #1 for Brentford. I can't see Raya retaining that #1 spot. I've also seen a few transfer rumours about Raya as well from Fabrizio. He's actually posted a few things about it. I don't know if anything's like cemented. I think it's because Brentford want like 40 mil for him, and nobody really wants to pay that, even though he's a really good keeper, and I think that he will do well wherever he goes. I just don't think any of the big clubs really want to pay 40 mil for him. But anyway, I've gone back to Flecken, 4.5 mil, can't really argue with that, and hopefully he is just like a Raya 2.0 or something and just still makes all those saves and clean sheets and stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Flecken currently in goal for me. Next up, the back line, we've got Estepinian, who's got Luton at home, Gabriel, who's got Forest at home, and then Shaw, who's got Wolves at home. I also actually have a big player on the bench here as well, which we'll get into later. But this is my 3 defenders for Game Week 1. Again, I've already spoken about these a lot. I feel like I have to have Shaw in this team. I know that Onana just allows you to save that 0.5. I just think Shaw is just going to have such an explosive season, and I just think they will be a lot better at the back now as well. And I know that they just lost like 3-1 to Wrexham and obviously just lost to Real Madrid and stuff like that, but it's pre-season, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, Shaw, I just kind of have to have him in my team. He's just such a good player to have. And then Gabriel, obviously set piece, threat, the fixtures that Arsenal have got, and also the players, the teams that Arsenal are playing are all like really bad at defending set pieces. So I think Gabriel should probably have a field day, to be fair. So I can't see Gabriel going. He's definitely locked in. Estepinian's 100% locked in as well. Those 2 defenders are not going anywhere. They're definitely going to be in my Game Week 1 squad. Shaw and Flecken, like I say, they may change, but I kind of really want Shaw in my team, but we'll have to see what happens there. But that's the defense. In midfield, I've gone Rashford, Saka, Mitoma, and Bruno Fernandes has been brought back into the team. I just think that now he's the captain, on penalties, 90-minute man, plays every single game. Even if he's injured, he plays. He's just going to be a really good asset to own this season. Very, very cheap as well. Again, there are other players around his price point as well. Arsenal players that are really, really good as well. Ødegaard, Martinelli, Trossard's been having a really good preseason as well. But I just think the penalties really, really helps out Bruno Fernandes in his favour in getting into my team. Mitoma is another player that I arguably could be changing out for Mbeumo, and a few of the other players that have also been brought in, like Villa's new player scored on his debut, and he's actually a bit cheaper than Mitoma. I think he's only like 5.5 or 6. He might be 6.5, but he's another player that I'm also looking at that I think could be a really, really nice player to have in your team. But I think just with Brighton's fixtures at the start of the season, it's going to be a bit risky to go against Mitoma, especially because he's so highly owned. But yeah, I think that there are a few players around that price point as well, and Mbeumo as well, if I didn't say him, should be on penalties with the absence of Tony. We've gone Saka as well, actually missed the penalty as well against Barca. He should still be on them. He did score in that game. It wasn't a very good penalty, actually. He just missed the target completely, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, he should still be on penalties. If Mikel Arteta comes out and says he's no longer on penalties, then that may change a couple of things, because, you know, Jesus may be on penalties instead or something like that. But yeah, I'd like to think that Saka will keep them, because he missed one before. He missed a couple last season and Arteta didn't take him off them. So yeah, hopefully Saka can keep those penalties. And then also Rashford as well. Wolves at home. Again, just the stats of Rashford are just ridiculous last season. Hopefully he can carry it on into this season. And yeah, I think not having him in my team could be very, very risky. So yeah, I've got the triple up on United, and then obviously that double up in Arsenal in the midfield and the defence. I've got 2 Brighton players. There's no Liverpool in this draft, which is a little bit worrying. I really want Trent, but I just don't have the funds to bring him in, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it could be one of those not having him in the team. But that's the midfield. Before we get into the forwards, just a quick message from today's sponsor. If you're using different apps and websites for the latest football news and need a solution with it all in one place, then Route 1 might be something that you need to take a look at. With the Route 1 newsletter, you'll never be out of the loop again. It gathers all the football news and delivers it straight into your inbox in a snappy 5-minute read. It takes seconds to sign up and also keeps you up to date with all of the latest FPL news for absolutely free. But that's not all. As a subscriber, you'll get amazing discounts on football tickets and shirts and football experiences, European away days included. Join before September for free and pay nothing ever. No risk to you, unsubscribe anytime, just scan the code on the screen. Now let's get back into the video. Okay, so up top, we do actually have 3 players now. I've gone for a 3-4-3 formation. And up top, we've got Gabriel Jesus, Haaland, and I've also got Nkunku as well. Again, I'm still unsure on that Chelsea lineup and whether Nkunku's going to play, every single game. Poch did say that he could play multiple different positions, which is obviously very nice for Nkunku's minutes. But at the same time, you want him to be up there. I don't even know who's going to be on penalties either. I don't even know if they've had a penalty preseason. But hopefully, if he's on penalties, then he's going to be an even better asset. But I think, it could be a lot of those Chelsea players, really. But yeah, I don't know. 3-4-3 is a bit of a weird place, especially because there's so many good midfielders to have this season. But I don't think it's a terrible draft at all. And I do quite like the attack as well. I know that Chelsea don't have the greatest fixture at the start of the season, but either way, Nkunku could easily score in that fixture as well. You don't know how it's going to go first game of the season. And then Haaland, obviously my captain, Burnley away, and then Gabriel Jesus, Forest at home, also a very good option to have. And then the bench currently consists of Areola, who's got Bournemouth away, Chilwell, who's got Liverpool at home, Amada, who's got Sheffield United away, and then Bell, who's got Brighton away. Again, Luton, they're not going to be the team keeping the most clean sheets this season. It's just not going to happen, but he's a 4 mil player. He should be playing as well. And there are a couple of other 4 mil options as well that if he doesn't play, and we know that before game week 1, then I could easily bring in somebody else. And then Amada's just been having a really, really good preseason. Been getting returns, goals, assists, stuff like that, getting more minutes under his belt. And then Chilwell is obviously my main player that's on the bench. Again, I could play him in this fixture really, but I don't really know who I would bench at all out of these players. But it's just Chelsea's fixtures after Liverpool are just so good, and I think I need a defender. They've got Luton, Forest, Bournemouth, Villa, Fulham, and then Burnley. So I mean, they've got West Ham as well. So after Liverpool, you've got game week 2 to game week 8 where they've just got really, really nice fixtures. And if Chilwell is starting every single game, he's not getting injured and stuff, I think that he's going to be such a good asset to have. I think Chelsea are really going to be a breakthrough team this season. I think they're going to do really, really well. They've got a really good manager now. The signings seem to have been like gluing together and stuff. They've got rid of a lot of players. I think they're in a lot better place now than they were last year. So, if they do carry it on the form they've been getting in pre-season, and Chilwell is involved in a lot because Poch did tell him to get forward as much as possible as well. So hopefully that means good things for him as well. Reece James is back in the picture again. I'm not sure if I'll go anywhere near him just because of his ridiculous injury record and stuff. But as of right now, that's what my team is looking like. 3-4-3. I don't know if I'll have the balls to go into game week 1 with 3-4-3. I'll have to get rid of one of my players. Again, I could drop Nkunku down and then upgrade, or Gabriel Jesus down and then upgrade it to a midfielder for Arsenal instead of Amada, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Anyway, though, that's my current draft for game week 1. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know what your game week 1 draft's looking like. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 50. We're coming up to 7,000 subs as well, which is insane. Thank you so much for the support. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And until next time, peace.